Hey listeners, you're tuned in to the Dungeons & Dragons podcast, Rolled Out. I'm Hans Vogelai, your host and Dungeon Master.
I'm Shane Quee, playing as St. Mary Jane, and Out of This World, Asimar Druid.
I'm Cruz Godinez, and I'm playing as Krukna, wisest of the Bullywugs.
And I'm Caitlin Kincaid, and I'm playing as your Cast Iron Ranger, Bruigan.
And this session, we're joined by a special guest star,
Joey Arcaro, Veramir, the exquisitely ordinary.
And this is Rolled Out! Previously on Rolled Out, our heroes successfully made their way through the Grung's hideout deep in the jungle district of the Moorfield. After fighting their way through several rooms, they reached the top of the ancient tree that the hideout was in. There they found the Grung leader, an ancient, multicolored frog. Lucky for them, it had been in a mystical slumber for so long it had forgotten what it had meant to do when adventurers came. Our heroes managed to convince the Guardian to give up its treasures willingly and stop further bloodshed. The frog agreed, giving them a strange jade pyramid and a locked scroll, before warning them that the other Guardians might not be so forgetful or amiable. We now find our heroes atop of the ancient tree. The great frog blinks slowly as you receive its treasures and ponder on its words. The great frog blinks slowly as you receive its treasures and ponder on its words. And then it says, "And now, Cardinals, it is time for you to go." And with that, the great amphibian raises a slimy hand, and the water on the platform starts to rush towards you, encircling you. You take a deep breath before it encloses you within a watery sphere. Bruigan's flames hiss and bubble within the watery globe as you float around in it. Suddenly, the blurry surroundings outside the water sphere shift, and just as suddenly as the water surrounded you, it splashes down along with you on the now muddy ground of Woodroth. Harbeck, the dwarf, rushes down the street towards you as you sputter on the ground. "You return," he says as he helps you up. "I can't thank ye enough for saving Sir Cuddlesworth." He takes a quick look at your battered and wet bodies before saying, "Ye should spend a night at the inn. Rest up and heal a bit." He leads you to an inn where the sign says, "The Comfy Canopy." It's a close-by inn, and he leads you inside before saying, "Wait here. I just got to tell Sam that ye shouldn't be charged for tonight." And with that, he walks towards the front desk where a furbolg is at. As you stand there, you notice someone looking at you. Turning, you see a yak man sitting at a table eyeing you curiously. It seems to have the body of a satyr, but with more goat-like features than usual. Instead of a regular humanoid face, it has massive goat horns and other goat-like features.
So I'm just going to kind of clop up to them. And yes, he said yak man.
Wait, a little note first. I have advantage on things with goats. It says right here, goat advantage.
Goat advantage.
That's for literal goats,
That's
though,
so
not goat
vague.
people.
Well, fuck you.
I mean, that's oddly specific. Anyways.
No, it says right here. I have goat advantage. If you listen to episode
Honestly,
1,
it's-
I ask him for it. And he
Well, yeah, I
answers.
thought you meant for talking to just regular goats.
I mean,
I
that's...
have advantage with everything goat.
No!
That's honestly non-specific. It's like advantage on what? Just everything that interacts with a goat? Just like...
What did I come into? I mean, I'm glad I'm here, but...
All right.
Okay.
What do you say to them?
So I enter, and I bow, and I say, "Salutation, Titans. I am Veramir, the exquisitely ordinary, emissary of the Fae. The soul of the forest sent me to meet and advise a particularly glorious set of cardinals. Your accomplishment outweigh the mountains, and I am here to serve you if you'll take me."
Dude, did you just say the spirit of the forest?
The soul of the
The
forest.
soul... Wait,
He
I
is-
think I know him, dude. I'm from the same area. Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm in Asimar, so like they kind of just like brought me down to protect the forest. I don't know if it was the spirit or some kind of god.
It explains why the king of the forest sent me.
Your name
Hey,
is
man.
Veramir, right?
I think
Veramir.
Kruknuk is staring into like third dimensional space. You know, he's just kind of like fixating on a point behind Veramir and like licking his eyeball.
Oh, I forgot to mention, there's a faint splashing from outside, and Jedediah, your donkey,
Yes.
kind of walks through the door all wet.
Wait, so I greet Veramir. I say,
I go
it's
over and
pleasant
touch
to
it.
meet you. I am Bruigan, born of the Fae, specifically the goat themed.
The goat theme.
Brueggen of little words says with many words.
And I bow and I say, I knew I sense Fae burning within you. It would be an honor to serve you if you will have me.
Yeah, I like him already. Look at that.
Yeah,
he's
me
like,
too.
you know, you and me don't get along, but he's like a connection here.
You are
dude.
wise
He's
to want to serve Kruknuk.
Yeah, so we kind of like serve him. He's like the wisest guy you'll ever meet, dude.
Wisest of bullywugs.
I appreciate that. I didn't know I was meeting the wisest of them all.
Just bullywugs.
No, he's pretty
Kruknuk
wise.
blushes and puts his hand to his face.
Turns a deeper shade of green. All right, at this point, Harbeck comes waddling back and says, all right, you're all set to stay the night here. Here's the keys for your room.
Yay.
And he waddled away.
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
We yoink them keys.
He does say, oh, I'd almost forgotten. I promised you a reward for finding Sir Cuddlesworth.
Oh, yeah.
And I suppose I should give it to you.
That's
Here's
right.
25 gold apiece.
Yay! Hey, so in the morning, before we go back, we should give those herbs that we found to the myconoid.
Not the myconoid, the
elf.
Eladrin. The myconoid's the baker up in the
Oh,
home.
yes. I'm sorry.
I introduced myself to the mayor,
Oh,
just the same way that I did, explaining that I'm Veramir.
it's a pleasure to meet you. Woodroth welcomes all sorts of travelers here.
And I inquire, I say, what was this quest they just went on?
They were on a quest to recover a stolen member of our town, Sir
my-
Cuddlesworth. The best woodcutter we have was stolen by Grungs, who are also intercepting our wood shipments up to the main city.
Wow, what an accomplishment.
Truly, truly.
I mean, I don't know if it's my place to really intervene, but don't you think their service is worth a little more than 25 gold per person?
Yo.
Make a
We
charisma
really like
check.
God.
Bruigan.
Every guest we have always tries to negotiate.
Uh,
Hey,
what
so
would this
much
be?
Money.
It would be a persuasion check.
Persuasion. That would be a 22.
what the?
Oh, wait, what's your charisma?
It's high.
Oh, shit.
It's a +4, right?
Oh, Jesus.
It's got that 18.
Damn.
So 22.
Yes.
Harbeck, the dwarf mayor, is almost brought to tears by your words. He says, were it not for them, Sir Cuddlesworth would never have been returned. You're right. They do deserve more. And you deserve some too. He gives all of you another 25 gold
Damn, son.
before kind of muttering, oh, what am I going to eat for dinner? And then he walks out of the inn.
I look over to Veramir, and Kruknuk goes, so, you have Fae powers, yes?
Yes.
How hard are the magic rules on your on your Fae powers?
I try my best to pull off a bullywog accent, and I say, very hard.
He says, how good are you at oral surgery?
This is something I have not had any contact with.
I pull out my bag of human teeth,
Yay.
and I say, I want these in my mouth.
Flashing
I
his
say-
pretty pink gums.
I say, I think that is a delightful idea.
Do you
Hey,
guys
wait.
A wise idea.
I still have 4 random teeth. If you'd like those in your mouth too. They're not. They may be human.
Do you guys want to go to your room and rest after your struggles?
Yes, I would like to.
Here's a
I
proposal.
would after I negotiate this deal.
So here's a proposal. Now I think about it, man. So what if we just beat your gums in, just raw to the bone? We stick the teeth in there, and I heal them. Would the flesh heal over onto the teeth?
It's a perfect idea.
It would depend on your Arcana check, I think.
Crocknuck is a little tired to try that one.
I reach into my backpack, I grab a crowbar, and I say, just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Crocknuck pulls out his crowbar.
I put mine back.
I could take. Wait.
Let's do it in his sleep.
It'd be kind of like piercing. I could take one of my longbows and I like the metal tip. I could go like, whoosh, and then just stick
Like
the tooth right in the hole.
Crocknuck is pleased to know he has such wise companions to offer so many options.
Did you guys go to bed yet?
Oh, I do
Think
have
I
a
do.
question. From all of that water, did I gain an exhaustion level?
You did, but since you're going to be taking an extended rest, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
There is a question, though. What kind of fuel are you going to burn for the day?
Wait, well, let's see.
You are in a woodcutter's town, and chances are the inn has a fireplace.
Give you a
You'd
little
have to burn a
guidance.
pound of weed for it to
Jesus.
count.
That
God.
means I'd hotbox Frizzrog.
Frizzrog's the little frog inside your teapot, right?
Yes. I don't want to do that. Yeah. So I'm a head over to wherever the fireplace is because you mentioned one.
Yeah, there's one inside. It's like at the ground floor. The inn has like the ground floor where there's tables, a fireplace, and the front desk, and then like the second floor has most of the rooms.
Okay. So I talk to the front desk. I'm like, hey, can I cop one of your wood blocks? But I don't say it like that.
I suppose so. It'll be 1 gold.
How many do I need to sustain myself?
Probably like 3.
I offer
I'll-
forth my gold.
Well, this
You're
is
like,
unusual,
no!
but I'll take.
Hey, no.
I
I
say,
know Fey tricks.
What?
But you're also Faye.
I am.
I swear I am here to serve you. If you wish, I will not pay for it.
Do you
I'm
wish
just
for
saying-
anything in return? Is my question.
Absolutely not.
We'll go split skis.
1.5 gold each.
I'll put forth 2 gold. And then you could also put forth 2 gold, and I'll take 1 for later.
The furbolg just kind of says, "I just want to get paid."
Would you need more?
Well, yeah. So like every day I need wood to replenish myself, cause like I'm a furnace.
Would you like to stock up?
You could probably carry like 2 days of wood on you.
Oh shit!
It starts
That's a
to
good
stack
idea.
up.
Sure, that would be
9 gold.
9.
I toss the gold.
He grabs it, pocketing it,
Put the logs in your arm so you kind of just lift it, go.
and you now have 3 days worth of wood, soon to be 2.
Yay!
All right, and with that,
And I say thank you. And I
You're
can give you
welcome.
4 gold.
I nod silently and I say, I have no need for gold.
Interesting.
Because he's temperate.
Because I'm a guest star.
with that, you head upstairs to your room in the inn. It's a little cramped, but you all manage to find a bed and rest, replenishing your spell slots, replenishing your health, and more importantly, gaining a level from your encounter with the grungs.
Yay!
In the morning, you wake up to a knocking at the door.
Knock, knock, bitches.
That is exactly not what Serval, Knight of Commerce, says as you open the door to him.
No, that's what the door says when it gets knocked. knock, bitches.
Serval, the Knight of Commerce, stands outside your room. He was the one who gave you the quest in the beginning to go get the wood, or fix the wood shipments that were wrong in the jungle district. He shows up and he says, "I have an important message for you all. The mayor wants to see you. Please come as quickly as possible."
Retroactively, can I try and attune to the boots real quick? Because we're taking
You won't
a
be
while.
gaining health if you attune to a boots.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, okay. But he wants to see you as quickly as possible. I'll meet you outside the town. Just get everything ready and come see me.
Everything ready, he says.
Well, you might have a couple last-minute things to do, someone to
Like
see.
attune my stuff.
Anyways, he leaves the room, presumably to go wait by the outskirts of town. I presume you guys want to go check out the Eladrin to give him the medicine he requested.
Yes. I was curious if we were still gonna do some orthodontal surgery.
Kruknuk is planning to get this done magically, not
I have magic.
practically.
I mean, like, healing is magic. So,
With what magic would you be able to do this with?
Fey magic.
Wait.
how about mending?
Yeah, I have mending.
Mend the bones.
No, that's on a piece of clothes or weapon. Or in your case, Bruigan, yourself.
Hey, the teeth could be considered weapons.
Wait, Bruigan, did you replenish your health did you choose to replenish your health or your spell slots? Because
I hadn't used. Apparently, I hadn't used spell slots.
oh, well, never mind then.
Yeah.
You're good.
Huh.
Just asking. Because if you concentrate on mending all night to fix your health, you won't be able to get the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah. Got you. Well, I mean, there's no other way for me to heal.
Unless someone else casts mending or you go to a blacksmith.
Ooh. I might want to make some alterations to my armor, though.
All right, that'd be a question for the blacksmith. Anyways, do you guys want to go check out the Eladrin? Or are you just going to keep the medicinal herbs to yourself? And
Wait,
leave?
I'd like to visit the Eladrin.
Yeah, let's give him. Let's go what we promised.
All right.
Yeah, because, so, to catch up, Joey, we paid the Eladrin.
Faramir.
I'm sorry. So, Faramir, we, he needed some weed.
Ammunition.
I'm pointing to Shane, aka fucking
Saint
Saint
Mary
Mary
Jane.
Jane.
Yes. We're not in the land of California yet.
And the herbs are what the Eladrin needed in return.
I see. A noble
Alright.
quest.
You guys take the short trip across the small town of Woodroth to the small hovel of a hut that the Eladrin sits in. They're inside when you enter, and he says, "Oh, it's good to see you again. Did you find the medicinal herbs?"
Yes.
You got our medicinal herbs?
What? He already had them.
Or didn't he give you half?
Oh.
He gave half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I have the other half of our bargain. And he slides the rest of the box across the counter as you
Split
give
the
him
box
the herbs.
in half.
No, he just like took out half of it and put it in like a little bag for you.
Ziploc baggie.
Yeah, a little Ziploc
Okay.
baggie.
All right, I get you.
A bunch of small Ziploc bags.
Did
In
you
the
guys give him
forest.
that weird mushroom?
Weird
Last time?
mushroom.
Yeah.
Did you? I thought our previous guest star had the mushroom, right?
Oh yeah.
He's probably kept it. Never mind.
Yeeted off with it. Rip.
And with that, you guys go to the outskirts of town where Serval is waiting for you. He leads you back through the jungle up to the dungeon wall where the elevator is that leads up to Orifuge.
Is Serval a serval?
No, he's a human.
Oh, good.
Okay, so he leads you up to the elevator. He kindly asks Kruknuk for the key to the elevator, the green stone that you use to activate it, that you have in your mouth.
Kruknuk goes like ever so slowly into his mouth as to not reveal too much and pulls the key out.
His is deep with Stark's secret lies in there.
Serval
That's
takes
a secret that can save the world.
Serval takes
I mean,
the-
nothing.
My ears are peaked with interest.
Serval takes the slimy green sphere from your hands that's dripping in saliva and kind of sockets it into the door.
Before
where
he
the
does
elevator
it,
is.
I kind of suggest that he needs to check and make sure it's the real key, and he should bite it to make sure.
Ew.
Make a quick persuasion check.
Oh god.
Oh, 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Serval says, I'm not sure what that would do, as I'm not even sure it had a particular taste to begin with.
Wait. No.
See, you don't bite gold to like taste it. You bite it to feel the texture. So like if it's really like crystal-like when you bite it,
He's
it's
got a
probably a
point.
crystal.
He's got a point.
You make a persuasion check.
17.
Yeah.
He kind of brings it close to his face and catches a whiff of frog breath and says, "No, I'll just put it in the door to test if it's the real one."
Well, what if the saliva is like there's
He
too much?
sockets it into the door. The doors creak open, revealing the elevator platform.
Wow.
Is it still full of wood?
No, it got unloaded from
Alright.
last time. He pulls the sphere out, you all go on, and the elevator rockets upwards towards the town of Orifuge. It's a short trip, and before long, you're back in the capital city.
With vertigo.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Probably barfing.
I jump right as the elevator comes to a halt.
You go really high. It's fun.
Through the roof. Hey guys, I saved.
Once the elevator gets off, Servo leads you to the mayor's house. The mayor's house is one of the most exquisite houses in the capital city, besides Tom's shop, which is an oddity. Inside, it is even more exquisite. As you enter, a small halfling wearing very nice clothes kind of walks down the stairs and says, "Ah, Cardinals! So you're the one Serval told me about. Selfless souls who volunteered to help the poor town of Woodruff from those vicious grungs." He's a rather rotund halfling, dressed lavishly. Hairbear, the halfling that greeted you when you first arrived, is standing near the mayor with a ledger, just kind of writing stuff down. The mayor continues, "I hope you will help me once more with something of dire consequence. The Harvest Festival is upon us, and with it comes the Fall Ball, a fantastic evening of spectral delight in the Mountain District. This year, though, we have a slight problem. The ghost of the castle is causing an absolute ruckus. We won't be able to continue the party unless she's stopped. I hope to ask you if you could go and find a peaceful solution to this mess. If you are able to do so, you'll be able to stay for the whole ball, and I may even be able to provide you with official jobs in this city."
Wow.
No longer interns.
Wow. We're moving on up.
"What do you say?"
Do we
he
become
says.
paid interns?
It's a job. You can get paid.
You know your interns because he says you have the possibility of a job.
Yeah, there we go.
Is there a oral surgeon in this town?
I don't believe so.
Really?
Maybe
Hundreds of
Tom
people
/
here.
Santa can grant you the wish of having teeth.
There might
Make
be
that your
one in
next
the
request.
Ocean District, though.
Ooh, ooh.
I know where I am going next.
Well, ooh, fuck.
But what do you say about the party?
Sure.
What if we said
The
no?
wisest of the bullywugs is always down for a party.
What if we all said no, Hans? What do you
It's
have
always
planned?
up to get down.
I guess you'll find out if you said no, but it
Let's
seems
say
like
no,
everyone's
guys.
saying
No,
yes.
I don't. I just came back from a long rest. I just want to chill. I don't really want to party right now.
Saint Mary Jane would be wisest of the party goers, as he has the materials to party.
Dude, I just got this whole box from that dude.
You
I
would
need
be
to
very
enjoy
popular.
this. Let's just say no.
We're not talking about some kickback shit, man. This is the fall ball.
Ball.
Well, if you agree to go, let me take you to the tailor in town to get you properly situated for a ball.
Yay!
Crucknuck looks down at his like leather armor.
Everyone is raising their hands in the air right now.
Crucknuck looks down at his leather armor and like our wizard capes in hat, and he goes, "Am I not prepared to party?"
You just need masks, really.
Hey, but if we want clothes, can we get clothes?
I could probably arrange for you to get some clothes. It's a short trip to the tailor, and once inside, it's just a human who's working on a suit. He sees the mayor enter with you guys and is like, "Oh, you told me about this. Well, I have a wide selection of masks for you to choose from. Pumpkin masks, vampires, skeletons, zombies, some devils. What piques your interest?"
Do you have a frog mask?
Yes, but you are a frog. One frog mask it is. All right, he gives you a lavishly crafted frog mask with gilt inserts. You put it on. You don't look much different. Anyone could tell you were Crucknuck
No
still.
one will know who I am.
Now you wear this lavish, like, masquerade mask, a small wizard hat, and a small little wizard cape. Oh wait, no, it's
my
fitted for
size,
you.
yeah.
It's fitted for Grungs, so it's fitted for Crucknuck.
It's a little big on me, even.
What about you, Yak Man?
Yak man.
Yak man. I'm the yak man. I stop and I point with my little furry finger towards the devil mask.
Very well. He gives you the devil mask. It's red. It's just like a classic devil mask.
I hold it.
Okay. What about you, angel
Crackneck is like
deer person?
See, I can't really decide between a deer and a bird. So can you like kind of whip up like a derb or a beer, if you will?
It'll be very fast and probably not look that good.
Hey, but you know, it hides my face, right? Gets the job done.
All right, he takes out his plaster materials from behind the desk. You just hear him kind of slapping away and like painting, and he makes, oh my god, the most beautiful mask you've ever seen. It's a perfectly crafted deer bird? Derb? It's a perfectly crafted derb. There's, like, it's more beautiful than any mask ever, and he's so sad when he has to give it to you free of charge because the mayor's there.
Damn.
I almost
That
want
was-
him to be like, sorry, it doesn't look so good.
That was my second choice.
When I'm done with it, just like make a mold of it and make everyone wear it.
All right, yeah, it's a very, very nice mask.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get
Has a little
band that you stretch around your head. While you're wearing it, at a masquerade ball, you'll get +1 to your charisma checks.
Hey!
Since it was a nat 20 to him making it. Wow. And what about you, Mr. Teapot?
So I'm speaking as myself, not as Brueggen yet.
Okay.
I can't decide whether I want to be funny or serious, because my funny idea is I'm going to take out the Frizzrog and his little wizard costume and be like, do you have something that matches?
He might. He's a very talented tailor.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Clearly from
and
his...
like, you know those
Achievement.
Groucho glasses? Except it's a wizard beard.
You just want a masquerade mask that's glasses and a big beard?
on a tea kettle.
Is that a problem?
Like,
No, it's not a problem at all.
Or wait, is it just? Can I have just the beard?
Yeah. He could make you a beard and Frizzrog a beard.
I'm asking for that.
All right,
So
he
I-
gifts you a costume beard. It looks quite silly as you're just a teapot with a beard, and it looks even sillier on Frizzrog, for which he kind of just pulled like a tuft of the beard out of yours and then put it on him.
Probably looks really silly on Brueggen. I imagine that it's like hanging on, like lopsided because of the spout.
Or does the spout poke through the beard?
I was thinking
Yes.
the spout poked through the beard.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's like a mustache beard combo. Also, can my wizard hat have a brim like a witch's hat?
No, it doesn't. You'd have to tailor that. It's just a classic like Mickey hat.
Hey, psst. Mickey's hat has a brim.
It doesn't. It's got like a little
It does.
round thing on it. It doesn't have a big witch's brim.
Oh well, fuck. Can I have the witch's equivalent of this wizard costume for my frog?
That will take a little bit more time to make. I'll have it ready though in a couple days. I also won't be able to give that to you for free. The mayor only paid for your masks.
You made.
I interject and
the
I think
bird.
you understand that these are the selected cardinals of the mayor.
And a frog god.
You made the
Frog god.
derb right now for free.
The
The most
consequences.
beautiful mask.
The
Make a persuasion check as you just belittle this poor tailor.
I kind of want to like intimidate. Is that okay?
Yeah, you
like,
can intimidate.
Okay. 11.
Plus
It was
4?
5 plus 6.
Oh,
11.
I'm sorry, but if I want to make a matching costume for both Brueggen, the teapot man, and her small compatriot, I want to be as detailed as I possibly can. And stitching on a small scale is quite hard.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
What's the mayor doing at this point?
He's like trying on glasses and hats and eyeing himself in
trying.
the mirror.
Okay. I would like to try and whisper in the form of telepathy into the merchant's head.
It's because of your warlock power, right?
Yes.
All right.
Using my warlock power in the voice of the mayor to make him think he's whispering about how this tailor is underperforming.
Oh, jeez.
Yo!
Jesus.
Wow.
That's
Your
gonna be
character- I like
two
Faramore.
checks. One
Faramore.
for a
Okay.
one's gonna be deception to see how well you could echo the mayor's voice, and one's
Gotcha.
gonna be an arcana to see how skillfully you could make it seem like a whisper from the
Gotcha.
other side of the room
Okay.
rather than just like a mind whisper.
All right, so I'm gonna roll for the deception check,
All right.
A mismer.
and I have advantage on it.
Ooh.
Oh. That's just due to a class thing, right?
Yeah. So that's gonna be a 10 for the deception.
All right.
And then for the whispering portion,
Do you have
that is a 21.
guidance?
All right. So
I
he
do.
definitely thinks the mayor is just bad talking him in the corner. He's like, God, freaking mayor, I do everything for him. How about I make you a witch's hat and a small witch's hat now? I won't be able to make the witch's clothes, but I can try for the hats.
Acceptable.
All right. He goes to make the hats real fast.
Yay!
They're decent. It's a 15 for his roll. He's probably got a +3 to it, so they look very nice.
I'm very happy.
He does ask if he can have your original wizard hat and Frizzrog's hat as things to use later.
Under my breath, under my breath, I whisper, "Wow, a tailor that secondhand sells stuff." Ooh.
They're in a dungeon where just people keep falling in.
I'll give him my hat and 5 gold. I don't want to give him Frizzrog's hat because Frizzrog's has a set.
Very well. He takes it. And with that,
Ruin Donkey Kong?
No, I am.
and with that, the mayor turns around with ridiculous like shades, a feather boa, and like some other stuff he's tried on. He's like, "You guys ready to party?"
Yeah.
Crocknut is always ready to party.
He leads you back to the mayor's house and upstairs to his private or to his office
Are we
room.
pre-gaming?
Do you ask him that?
Are we pre-gaming?
Make a persuasion check.
Bro, I'm always gaming. What's up?
It's 16.
A 16. He passes out a couple shots.
Yo, Saint Mary Jane, this is our time to get cross.
Oh, hell yeah. You're always blazing, and
So we drink, right?
yeah.
I physically can't drink anything.
You just
but-
kind of dump it in your furnace.
Is there something that affects your race?
It's the weed I pop into. I mean, the ammunition I pop into.
Anything that
her
affects like
furnace.
mental state?
Yeah, anything that it would affect.
I would assume if you burnt like some weird stuff, it would. Like, aren't there certain chemicals that burn different colors in fire?
Yeah.
I think if you burn some of
Like
that
iron,
that
copper.
kind of stuff,
Yeah.
it would cause Brueggen to go a little loopy.
I suggest that.
All right. He takes a little like
Sodium does that.
I was gonna say he just takes like a copper candlestick and chucks it in Brueggen.
He knows what's
It
up.
glows blue now.
All right.
To match Frizzrog's and I matching with witch hats.
All right. You're feeling pretty good, and that's when the what's that?
Varamir interjects and he says, "If you are with the emissary of the wilds, we have to do another round."
Make a quick persuasion check.
Wait, I'm gonna give him guidance because I'm in
Oh!
on this.
Guidance?
Yeah,
Okay,
So he
what's
gets
that
a
do?
plus. You get to roll a d4 and add it to your check.
I totally rolled a 1 though.
Oh.
Roll the d4 anyways. Just so that it's not a nat 1.
I mean, it's still a nat one.
It's still a nat
Right.
1, so it doesn't
Is
matter.
it with you?
So-
You get the
Five.
d4.
4 plus my persuasion, which would be 4, so 8, 9. It's a
Does-
9.
All right.
Does does guidance add it to the check or the roll?
To the check.
Oh,
It's before it's.
Yeah, nat
Yeah.
1's a nat 1.
It's always
Yeah.
a nat one. You can't change a
No, 'cause there
nat
are things
one.
that-
The most critical
That's
of fails.
Not luck. There's another one. It's
There's
like
the halfling
the
trait
bard-
that
the
lets
bard
you
one.
re-roll a one.
The bard one adds it to the roll, not the check.
Okay.
The
I
D6.
would still count that as
it's
a one.
It's
That's
a
the
one.
whole point of adding the d6.
No, it's
No,
still
it's
a
alright.
one. It's a one.
Anyways, the mayor says, "I'm sorry, but I can't give too much of this stuff out. It's rather precious." And he locks it back up in the cupboard with like 15 logs.
So stingy.
Fair enough, man.
before he pulls the carpet out from the middle of the room, and there is a strange arcane circle. He says, "Normally we wouldn't let cardinals who haven't gotten a proper amount of wealth to use some of these, but situations demand it. Please stand in the circle." It's
Are
just a teleportation circle.
Oh,
it
you're
will
gonna
take
turn
you to
into
the
ducks or
castle.
something?
Are we gonna watch the walls stretch?
In a few
I join the circle jerk.
All right, once you're all in the circle,
Jedediah also is with us.
Yes, please.
I forgot to
Jedediah
ask.
kind of pops into existence into the circle since we've kind of forgotten about him.
I forgot to ask this earlier. When are we gonna visit the blacksmith?
At some point. Hopefully
Okay.
this won't take that long. It's just one fall ball.
Okay.
All right, once you're all in the circle, the mayor says, I'll be joining the masquerade ball shortly. But for now, I'll give you a chance to, well, try to settle this ghosty problem. And with that, he gives a quick clap. And with a massive popping sound, you guys are teleported away.
Bang-a-ring.
Lightning crashes around you as you reappear somewhere else. You're on top of
Someone teleported us.
You're on top
Very
of some kind
wise.
of mountain. Dark clouds are overhead and it's pretty gloomy out. Ahead of you is a castle carved into the very mountain, and a small trail leads up to it from the small outcropping you're on where there's just like another circle. You guys make your way up the trail to the castle. Small torches are placed on either side, and you can hear some music from inside. It's haunting and spectral.
Echoes of the past.
Is whatever place we're going to, is it well lit or is it not? Is it dark?
It's dark outside, but it looks like inside it is. You can see
Okay.
lots of light from
Okay,
inside.
I was just curious if I need to grab a torch.
Oh no.
Alright.
It's well lit inside.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, as you get closer, you can see decorations around. There's jack-o'-lanterns and like hay bales and a bunch of other cool stuff. Some like shrunken heads that you can't tell if they're props or real.
I lick one.
It's real.
It is real.
All right, and with that, you approach the front steps of the castle, and the skeleton butler outside, who's just a skeleton wearing a nice suit, kind of clacks at you before opening up the door, revealing the menagerie of costumes, food, music, and Halloween spirit that's inside. So inside is the main entrance. It opens up to a huge ballroom. There's two grand staircases at the end of the ballroom that go up to a balcony that overlooks it. In the middle of the balcony, there's a small spiral staircase that runs straight up for a ways into what might be the attic. The spiral staircase also runs underneath the balcony into what's probably the basement. Additionally, in the ballroom, there's a small section to the side that looks to be a bar, and then there's the choir section to the other side where, well, yeah, it's the choir section. You can't quite make out who's singing. And then towards underneath the balcony is the food table. And then in the middle is just where tons of people are dancing and flitting about in their costumes, having a grand old time.
What's the coolest costume?
You can't tell yet because as you enter, the lights go low.
I knew I should have taken the torch. Damn it!
They don't go out completely. They just like burn low before changing to a ghostly blue, and a shriek starts to wail up, echoing
we
around the
match.
castle.
Oh, I know. Moonbeam. Kills everyone.
The ground shakes, shuddering.
Just the Death Star?
Straight up, it's just straight from the sky.
Wait, does
Calling
Moonbeam
light.
act like Moonbeam, the Pokemon move?
No, it's a
No,
damage dealing
it's
move. It burns
Any
people.
feathers in there is like burns with ghost flames.
Well, yeah,
Jeez.
Moonbeam is a special attack in Pokemon.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I guess it does.
I guess so.
Anyways, despite Pokemon, the ballroom starts to shake violently. You can hear some glasses tipping over at the bar, and a few people shout before coming through the wall is a strange, ghostly orb. The shrieking starts to rise even louder and louder, and you have to cover your ears before the orb suddenly dives into the ground. And as soon as the event started, it stops. A couple people murmur in the audience before the choir picks up slowly again with its haunting song. All right. As you enter, two people come up to approach you. They are both elves. Well, one of them's female, one of them's male. They're both dressed very nicely. One of them has a fox mask. The guy has the fox mask, and the girl has a peacock mask. The-
God damn.
Wow, the music references.
Hey, you guys, check out Elvis. We're not sponsored.
The girl comes up to you and says, you must be, judging from your appearance, you must be the adventurers that the mayor sent to take care of our little problem here in the ballroom.
How could you tell?
I stroke my fake beard.
You're
and
all wearing
Frizzrog-
disguises.
Wait, so with one hand I stroke my beard, and my my index finger is like lightly stroking Frizzrog's beard.
Frizzrod croaks a little bit. Well, I could tell because your masks are quite nice, but the rest of your apparel leaves a little to be desired.
Bitch.
Crucknuck.
You just came back from like waddling through the swamp.
You can't see Crucknuck's enraged cheek flarings underneath his frog mask, but he is furious.
I put my arm in front of the toad barbarian looking monster, and I say, I pardon myself and my adventurer friends. I'm sorry we didn't dress politely and correctly, but we are adventurers.
I understand.
my
that. I was an
cast iron
adventurer too
skin.
once. We all were.
Who are we to have acquainted
I have
ourselves
flowers engraved in me. I look cool.
I look cool.
Well, my name is Prima, and this is my husband, Biro.
That doesn't work. Prima Bureau.
It's not supposed to work
His
together.
name's supposed to be Donna.
Sounds like cold cuts.
His name should be Donna.
We'll just call him that.
Primo Donna.
All right. She says, I assume you're here for the ghost, so let me tell you everything I know. The ghost is my daughter. She died a few years back.
Jill will die again.
Do you actually say that?
Shocked
Oh my
but
God.
excited, I get like Faramir just looks at him and says,
Crucknuck has his
Do you say that?
his paladin hammer drawn.
What the fuck?
You say that?
Yeah.
She's like, I suppose it wouldn't be too much of a loss.
"Damn, she is cold."
Her daughter died and she's
She
like,
was
well,
she was
Yeah.
always a troublemaker when she was young. Should have never married that tiefling when I did.
Racist too.
I look at her husband. What's his expression? Does it bleed
wearing a
through his
mask.
mask? Does it
No,
bleed?
no.
It doesn't. He's like,
He's an elf.
no. I mean, yeah.
Oh, he
he's
probably.
like- but I mean,
he
like,
probably cares even less than her.
does his body tense up at all? Can I do like okay?
Nah.
How old was the daughter when she died?
About 20, I think.
She was staying too long. She was like, Mom, I just want.
She was eating Cheetos in the basement.
Yeah.
Either way, her name was Esmeralda. She died from her pet cockatrice in the basement, was what happened.
Why did you give your child a cockatrice?
It wasn't me, it was my older husband who did so.
What happened to your older husband?
Well, we banished him from the castle.
What was his name?
His name? Oh, Lucius.
Lucius?
I'm Lucius.
What did he look like?
Standard tiefling, horns, red skin, bedraggled appearance.
Nothing special about him.
Not really, no. Save for a scar running down one side of his face. Either way,
What did he do before he married the likes of you?
well, we were both adventurers together before I wanted to settle down. And he
They
didn't.
took an arrow to a knee.
I was waiting for it. It was coming.
Well, either way, she died from the cockatrice in the basement. And we found her dead, claw marks all around her, and one hand turned to stone.
Youch.
One hand? Wow. How does that happen?
Cockatrice bite. But it has been fine the past few years to host the ball here, but ever since this year, when Patty showed up, things have gotten strange. Patty was Ezzy's lover before she passed away. And as soon as Patty showed up, the shrieking and the rumbling and everything else has started, and it's just ghastly. If you could do something about it, I would be greatly appreciative.
So
Could we get some more info on Patty?
Patty? He's a half-elf from the Ocean District.
They have a dentist there.
What district are we in right now?
The Mountain District.
So I say we kill Patty so that they could join them in the afterlife.
Why don't we talk to Esmeralda?
She might be a little hard to find, but feel free to try.
I thought
Also, feel free to enjoy yourselves. This is a party, after all.
y'all got deviled eggs.
You can check the bag.
No, nothing deviled is allowed in here ever since.
Look for any
I kind of like lift my shoulders up as I'm wearing a devil mask. Well, I look
I
at
can't eat.
If you need anything else, feel free to find us flitting about in the dance section.
I kind of like ask the husband, like, what's your thoughts on all of this?
It is truly a pity that Hezzy died. But I feel she has no right to trouble us in the afterlife.
Wow.
Nothing
Stepdad
about, like-
is an asshole.
Nothing about like it should be better for her if she passed on. No one gives a shit.
No,
They're like,
no.
just have her stop bothering us.
Can I use my divine sense to see if Ezzy is particularly evil or good?
Yeah, you can.
I go, and I breathe in through my frog skin. Like I take a nice big through all
Smell
of my pores.
A lot of
Breathe it
alcohol
in,
in the air
the
and a
chemicals.
vast menagerie of food from the food table and a host of animal smells from the choir. But there's nothing truly good or evil. Like
Let's-
nothing very, very evil or good.
You said we couldn't see who was singing in the choir.
No, I didn't. You still
But
can't.
now we could smell them.
They
Hey, wait. How long does protection from evil and good last?
You'll have to check the spell book.
Wait, why can't we see them?
There's too many people above. The choir's not on an elevated platform. They're just kind of like
Gotta check the book.
seated or.
Gotta
I just
Can I
thought it was
stand
too
up on
dark.
Jedediah to see if I can?
Sure.
I stand up on Jedediah.
You make quite the spectacle of yourself as you clamber up on your donkey and look to see a small gnome kind of orchestrating a choir of forest animals.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Wait, what?
What?
What happened?
Animals are the choir.
Oh, what kind of animals?
It looks like there's some. Gotta go back to the description real
right?
fast. No, it's wolves, owls, frogs, and cats.
Is any of
I
them?
croak and frog. Rise up above your captors.
Wait, I have speak with
It
animals.
clashes horribly with the song.
I have speak with animals.
Did you cast it?
They're performing.
So you can see what they're singing about?
Yeah.
All right.
I would also like to cast speak with animals.
Oh, you
okay.
do?
Just
Ooh.
relay the information.
All right. You guys hear them? They're just singing like classic old animal Halloween songs about the spirits of the forest
How's
and the
it go?
spirits of the gone.
Improv, go.
Spirits of the forest, spirits of the gone, come to us now. Come and sing along.
Translating.
I sing with them. I sing the frog part. Mine's a significant bass change.
I sing the cat part.
Meow meow. Ribbit. I guess make some performance checks
Oh god.
as you try to sing along with this animal choir from across the ballroom.
Oh god.
Fuck. This is charisma. A 17.
Hey.
You make a pretty convincing cat sound for a teapot.
Meow, 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 meow.
11.
11. You're a frog. It doesn't. It's a little. You're a little flat.
Watching them just kind of do this, I decide that there's something else to this place, and I know there is. So I'm going to just kind of float around and try and listen to gossip if
You
I
can
can.
float?
Not literally. Like just kind of like, and I'm gonna mage hand a goblet of whatever alcohol they're serving.
Okay, so you drift close to the bar real fast?
Yeah, I drift close. to
All
the
right,
bar.
at the bar you see there's a goat bartending.
A goat?
A
Yes.
goat! I come over too!
Beautiful.
I nod to the goat.
Can they go up there?
I
We have
am
speak with
currently at
animals on.
beast speech, so I go back to him.
He makes you a drink. You're not sure how he does it. You kind of blink and the drink's just there.
I ask him how he did it,
Ah,
but I can understand animals.
Secrets of the trade.
Wait, I want to say hi to the goat too.
Ah. A lot of the bar patrons are confused.
I feel like this goes on for a while.
Yeah.
But
Eh.
so I'm gonna float around and listen to gossip if
All
there
right,
is any.
you're floating around and listening to gossip. What's everyone else doing? I'll just
I was
get you
already
guys'
at the
actions.
bar by the time they got there.
Well,
He's
Is
three
are
deep
there
with
any,
Goat
like,
Boy.
pillars with some ledges that I can reach?
Pillars with ledges?
Yeah.
It's very specific.
No, the ballroom's pretty flat. There's really just the staircase and like it's a great big like domed roof. It's carved like into the mountain itself.
Gotcha. So there's nothing like supporting it.
Not in the middle, no.
Is there any high up places that aren't the staircase?
Not really. It's pretty equal. Besides the staircase and the balcony, no.
How much higher am I than people when I'm on Jedediah?
You're 3 feet tall, right?
3'1".
3'1". I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
Jedediah is like probably 5 foot, I think. So
Yeah,
you're
probably
at
just
8
about.
foot.
Not much taller than the general crowd.
Yeah, no, you're like a head taller, maybe 2.
I go look for. I guess I go towards the stairs with Jedediah.
Okay, you're just leading this donkey through the fancy ballroom.
Yes, I
With
am.
no mask.
I assume that I'm attracting a pretty good amount of attention as I do this.
Someone says, "Hey, you, stop! That
No.
donkey doesn't have a mask."
Wait, I know you.
I take my wizard hat off and I put it on. Jedediah.
Very good. Continue about your business. All right, what are you doing, Brew? Again, you're just talking to the goat still, right?
well, I want to ask him like specific questions.
All right, we'll get to that in a little bit. And you're just drinking.
I'm trying to channel the other
There's
side.
also the food table.
Oh, dude, I go into full munchie mode. Just
All right, you make your way towards the food
I'm
table.
gonna try and like see if I eat it. Like maybe the ghost touched it and I'll know where it is.
Are there deviled eggs?
There are deviled eggs.
Oh, there's deviled eggs, dude.
All right, I'll start with
Verimir.
Verimir. As you flit about, make a quick investigation check as you dance with a couple unknown patrons, listen in on some choice conversations, and see what you hear.
18.
18?
Hey.
All right, you hear a couple choice words. Something about Lucius being here tonight, as someone gasps from around. And
Wow.
some more things about, have you heard about the old groundskeeper? Never comes out of the attic, I hear. What do you think she's got up there? And
Oh yeah, I have a question.
that's about it.
A shotgun.
Gotcha.
She has the body of Esmeralda.
Like, what type of period ball are we talking here? It sounded pretty Regency.
Magical.
Yeah,
Magical.
Regency, sure, what's that mean?
Cinderella. I don't know. What do
that-
you want?
that
Like
works.
Victorian.
Fine, yeah.
It's,
Probably like a
it's real
hodgepodge of
posh,
all of
like
It's probably a
feather
hodgepodge.
fans.
It's
Yeah.
steampunk.
Where's my steam powered giraffe?
All right,
here.
Krucknuck, what were you doing?
I go up to the stairs with Jedediah.
All right, so you're going up the stairs. You're pretty much at the balcony.
I assume I'm like gathering attention, yeah?
Yeah, a lot of people are looking at you go up. Once you're on the balcony, you also see there are doors to like people's rooms on the balcony.
Okay, so I'm at the top of the stairs then, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I go, people of the party! And I use command and I look at one like really wimpy looking guy. I go, dance! I use command on him.
What's your spell save?
Jesus.
12.
He rolled a 3.
Whoa.
He starts boogieing hard.
Hardcore.
Hard. He grabs the nearest person next to him and just starts going in a full-on
Oh yeah.
dance with her. Everyone starts clapping and cheering along. The choir starts in a more upbeat song.
I say, drinks on him!
He kind of looks wildly unable to stop dancing. But everyone cheers before flooding to the bar.
I head up the stairs.
Up the corkscrew?
Yeah.
To the attic or to the basement?
You said up.
Okay.
Up.
All right, so you start up the stairs.
I'm just snooping now.
Brueggen, you're...
I was talking to the goat. I
All
wanted
right.
to ask him specific questions.
What kind of questions are you asking the goat?
Well, I wanted to ask him about the people who own this place, like the people that greeted us, and why it seems they're only employing animals.
Oh, just to
Slavery.
provide equal pay. You're right. Most balls won't even let animals perform.
Oh, okay. But so can you tell me some
And
more?
I'm
about-
just the bartender for the main city.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. Can you tell me more about the daughter of this place? The ghosty girl.
The goat didn't really know Ezzy that well.
Oh gosh. darn it.
Besides that, she was an adventurous spirit, unlike her mother. She took more to her father, and she was absolutely in love with the cockatrice that her father had given him.
Ha! The stepdad murdered her.
Why did? So you telling me the
Break.
cockatrice was a Russian sleeper agent? It just like one trigger, it just like bite.
I heard you're looking for father.
It's just this old cockatrice like walks up to you like chain smoking. Like this. I heard you look for a stepfather. I was framed.
Comes out of the shadows. It's just some halfling with a Russian accent.
The dwarf is looking for a wedding ring.
All right. What, you're just eating, Shane?
I'm keeping an ear out too, making fellow
right.
drunkards. Let's see if they got any gossip.
You don't hear a whole lot, but you do see that the skeleton butler's rushing around. He goes down the stairs to the basement and comes up with more food to replenish what you are rapidly eating. You also notice that Harbert is at the table eating along with you.
Hey,
she kind
Harbert.
of gives you a high five
What's
as you're
up,
eating
man?
together.
Hey,
Harbeck is at the bar.
I got a
Harbeck
15
and Sir
passive
Cuddlesworth.
perception, by the way.
15
Yeah,
passive
dog.
perception? Dang, that's pretty good.
I got a 16.
That's even
Aren't you
better.
cool?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Cut
Yeah,
that
look
as
at
a
you.
10.
All right. So you notice the skeleton going up and down, producing food from the basement. Are you trying to look for anything in particular? You definitely notice the best foods that are on the table and snatch them before Hardbear does. Oh,
What about the groundskeeper?
I suppose you do notice one figure wearing a devil mask, kind of slink behind a staircase. He's not Vermeer. No, it's not
Veramir.
Veramir. I'm getting closer. I'm sorry.
Hey, wait.
Veramir the exquisitely ordinary.
Can I
Get it
just call you
fucking
Mr.
right,
Ordinary?
Oh, it's not him.
No, it is not Mr.
Okay.
Ordinary.
I'm gonna
Veramir.
follow him with like 20 treats in my hands.
All right, you
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
dripping crumbs. You go behind the staircase.
When I heard somebody bring up Lucius, I wanted to communicate telepathically to my teapot friend and also my other Fey friend.
All right, so you guys know about Lucius.
And I wanted to explain that it is of the highest priority that I speak to Lucius.
Okay.
I'm Lucius.
And that it was on specific business from the soul of the wild.
Whoa.
All right, so you start following the person behind the staircase. We'll loop on back to Veramir. What do you want to start doing now?
I'm going to start trying to track down my teapot friend to try and explain the severity of this and also be looking for him.
Okay, it's easy enough to find Bruggen.
I'm still at the bar.
They're still baaing at full volume right by the bar.
Gotcha.
All right.
You heard me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but why is it severe?
It's very important that we find him.
Okay.
I
I'll
get
take
scared
your
by
word
that
for it.
voice. I'm like, whoa, dude. I drop
Did
a
I
couple-
take too much?
He's too loud.
I'm a little too cross. I dropped some treats, dude.
As you approach the bar, Hardbear and Sir Cuddlesworth give you a wave.
It's
Sir
very nice to
Cuddlesworth
meet
is
you.
the Dragonborn.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. All right. So, yeah. Is there? Do you want it? You have a drink still. I suppose you could get it refilled.
Yeah, I'm gonna start drinking, and then I'm gonna look for somebody who looks highly important, extravagant kind of outfit, and I'm gonna try and talk to them and kind of the people who are gossiping about Lucius before. I'm gonna try and discuss and see if I can get some information.
Okay. Well, the mayor comes over to the bar. The mayor of Orifuge. He's decked out in the same stuff he was. The pink feather boa, the sunglasses, the cheetah print.
Got you. So I say, Mayor, I am desperately looking for somebody as to make sure that this ball goes perfectly fine. Their name is Lucius.
Lucius. Say, that was what's her face's old husband, wasn't it?
Prima.
Yes.
Prima, yes. Thank you, Teapot. Past you.
Man, he's fucking drunk, isn't he?
Oh, the mayor's wasted.
So wait, so I'm here in this conversation?
You're next to the bar, yeah.
Okay, did you tell me about the groundskeeper that they said, like, they were gossiping about the groundskeeper?
I did not. No.
Okay, can you tell me?
Right now, I'm focused on something.
Yeah.
So, I will bring it up at an appropriate
So
time.
you need to find Lucius to make sure this thing goes down, right?
Absolutely.
All right, I didn't send out the invites. Prima did, but people crash this thing all the time,
Ooh.
too. You know. Hey, goat, give me another one. He starts chugging another goat drink.
Okay.
The goat kind of slipped him some water.
Some
Just to keep him safe.
I suggest it might, like, he is the mayor, and if he finds out that he's getting water, he might get upset.
Goat spikes it a little bit.
All right.
Spikes the water?
Yep. He's a magic goat, all right?
Is it spiking water or diluting beer?
He's the world's greatest bartender.
All right,
Portable
Krucknuck,
spells.
Yeah.
now that you've made this poor guy pay for everybody's drinks, and you're going up to the attic, that's right. All right, so, up in the
I think I
attic,
leave Jedediah like.
yeah, you
at
can't
the
make it up the
yeah,
spiral
he's not gonna make the
staircase.
staircase.
All right.
He's a donkey. They go up canyon walls and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you could
But I leave him
Okay.
there. I leave him to party. It's free drinks now.
We like to party.
All right,
We like
the attic. The staircase goes up for quite a while before it finally reaches the old, dusty space. It looks like it hasn't been touched in years. There's boxes and crates and old statues that have been covered up with blankets and such, all covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Except for a small trail of footprints carved through the dust, leading through the boxes and the maze of statues back to the back wall of the dark room. Do you follow the footsteps?
I follow the footprints.
All right. Up here, the music is dim and kind of muffled and muted. It sounds rather haunting as it echoes around, and you jump at every slight creak and of the floorboards. There's some rustling here and there, and as you get closer, you can kind of hear some tapping of metal on stone. Do you draw your warhammer? No? Okay. You had it drawn at the entrance, but you don't draw it in the creepy attic? All right.
Krucknuck is intrigued by wood on.
Do you
Metal
make
on
stealth
stone.
checks? Or do you just kind of keep going
No.
happily? You just keep on happily going through the spooky attic. I just imagine, like, from an outside camera, it's real creepy.
Krucknuck
Like,
is made to fight ghosts. He is in his element.
it's real
Made to
creepy
fight
from...
ghosts.
He's a paladin.
Oh.
This is what I do.
He's a
Who are you
Ghostbuster.
gonna call?
Krucknuck. From the outside camera, it's like real spooky and atmospheric, and then from your point of view, it's just, I'm walking on sunshine. Hey.
Show yourself, Slimer.
All right, so you walk around the corner of some boxes, and you see that there's an old dwarf working on some carvings on a desk. A single lamp illuminates her space. She kind of looks up as you approach, and she's like, oh, who are you? Oh, what are you doing up here?
I say, I am Krucknuck. And I take off my mask.
Oh, we got a Batman moment.
She's not that surprised, because you still look like a frog. But you feel cool doing it, at least.
And I say, I am searching for the ghost of Esmeralda to put it to rest.
Ezzy. She'd be in the basement, I think.
Oh, sad.
Krucknuck says, who are you then?
Oh, I'm just the groundskeeper, Helja.
I say, will this ghost be hard to put to rest?
She might be. The owners have tried a lot of different sealing spells, and none of them have particularly worked. She kind of issued an ultimatum that she wanted her true murderer to be revealed.
Oh! Why?
I've talked to her a few times, and she thinks Patty was the one that did it.
He said, me too.
I knew it all along.
I love her.
You can
would've got
notice
away
she's
with it,
very nervous, and she kind of edges and blocks off some of the boxes next to her desk so you can't see in them.
I go, move.
Make an intimidation check.
Or use command.
Not yet.
But soon.
13 plus,
Intimidation bonus.
yeah, it's a 15.
It's a 15. She looks frightened, but she stays her ground and says, "No, these pieces aren't finished yet. I don't want anyone to see them till they're done."
I use command. I go, move!
All right, she makes a saving throw. Your spell save's 13?
12.
12. It's a 3 again.
Oh my god.
She kind of is forced to move aside against her own will. And do you look in the boxes?
Yeah.
All right. It seems that in some of the boxes, there are some half-finished works that are absolutely gorgeous. Helga is very talented. There's like just beautiful dragon sculptures and water fairies. But the other box is closed. And as you open it, you kind of gasp a little, as inside are a bunch of stone hands
Oh,
that are all kind of broken, busted, or imperfect in some way.
cockatrice.
Steamed hams.
I go. I like pull my warhammer out. I go.
God!
I say, the first box made me think you are incredibly talented. This second box makes me think you are the murderer.
It wasn't me, I swear. Please. I could.
I say, explain the box of hands.
I know they're grilled.
I can't. He'll frame me for it.
I say, explain the box of hands or I will.
Intimidation check. What was it?
1.
Oh.
Then do it. I've lived a good long life. At least I won't have to live with the guilt.
Oh.
Do you strike her down?
You dab her
You're
to the
gonna-
ground.
You're gonna kill Helga? Also,
on.
why is it Helga, not Helga?
I take my grappling hook and I just start tying it around.
Around her?
Yeah.
She starts to struggle back. She makes
I
a
say
dexterity
freeze!
saving throw.
Command.
Again? How many spell slots do you
That's
have?
it. That's 3. That's my 3.
That's your last spell slot you just used to yell at a dwarf? The second.
It's an 11, and your spell save's what?
12.
She does have
Damn.
+2 to her wisdom. I think.
Oh, rip.
She tries a dexterity check before you grapple. So, make a strength check. She'll make a dexterity check.
I am a
Actually, she'll
grappler.
probably make a strength check. Dwarves are stronger than they are faster.
Yeah.
It's a 15.
She rolled a 15.
Damn.
Defenders.
I have grappler.
Grapple only works
I know.
when you are
I
grappling.
know.
She just barely manages to bat you away and starts rushing back through the cobweb-filled attic.
Oh my god.
Did she slip on my slime?
You're not that slimy. You're wearing your J's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the J.
Can I make a reaction because she's leaving me? Can I make a reaction to throw the grappling hook at her?
Jesus.
Oh
You
my.
could make a reaction. She is leaving your space.
No means no.
I'm gonna try to make a reaction to
All right, make
grappling hook.
a.
Bruce? Someone
It'd
forgot to
be an
take
attack,
time
not
on
a
that.
grapple. But you could try to just
I'm throwing the grappling hook at her, so it's like it is an attack.
I think you can only make like
Would it be
opportunity attacks with melee weapons.
a whacker?
Okay, you whack her with the grapple instead. Let's see it.
It's a 19 plus.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Did you
You
kill her?
smack that grappling hook like
Gouge
dead in
her
her
eyes
back, and it just like
Oh.
it's stuck in her, and she kind of falls to the ground. This old
Jesus.
dwarf kind of like she doesn't scream in pain, but you can tell she's hurting.
That's like
I will
some,
move on to Caitlin.
that's some
Bruggen.
Hellraiser shit right there.
Yeah, I know.
Dang, just in the attic. Ooh.
Well,
What's going on, Bruggen? You're talking to the goat still, right?
Well,
Get ready for some.
now,
Oh.
based on what I've heard, I want to go downstairs, but my character doesn't have any reason to go downstairs because he hasn't heard anything yet.
Oh, about the ghost.
help me find the devil.
Okay.
I'm going down. I'm already
Yeah,
got
his-
it. I'm
he's
hot on his
following.
trail.
I mean, your
But I
character
don't know
could just
that.
go downstairs
that's
too.
true.
Like, I won't stop you. You could see the skeleton going up and downstairs.
It's just a
You did
little.
see the ghost, like, form at the very beginning dive underground.
Oh shit, that
It's
was
only-
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only a
Oh, I thought
little
it was like a
more.
glass orb.
No.
Fuck! I didn't. Oh! No, Yeah, I'm going downstairs.
Okay.
It's just a little.
You make your way along the outskirts of the dancing people back to the spiral staircase. Kind of, the butler's just coming up, so you take your chance to go downstairs.
you follow a trail of treats, dude.
The staircase leads down for a short while, and
You see my corpse.
before it leads to a dark chamber lit with a couple of torches. Most of the food and drink is boxed up down here, just layered over the floor in kegs, baskets, and crates, probably to keep it cool. The only place not being used for storage is an empty cell in a small section of the floor. In the small section of the floor, you kind of see the blue spectral form of a ghost sitting there, crying.
Oh, well, I'm matching, so I'm gonna.
Just blue.
I'm
Alright,
gonna approach and
Dina,
ask,
die.
"Are you okay?"
She kind of glances furiously at you as you approach. Actually, make a quick charisma check to see how well you say it.
She goes, "You're supposed to say okay
a 4.
when you're not."
A 4? All right, you kind of like you still
speaking
through
goat?
some boxes, and you're like, I mean, are you okay? She's like, what? What are you doing here?
Moaning
She's a little
Myrtle.
angry at you, and she like rises up, stops moaning on the floor.
I'm
Well?
drunk.
You had one candlestick holder.
Bruigan's a lightweight.
That's wrong. You know what my weight says?
Heavy, all caps.
Make a deception check then, because you're not drunk. She doesn't. She probably doesn't even know you can get drunk. You're a construct
Well,
in a
You
beard.
had one candlestick.
so no,
That's funny.
I heard about you, and I'm worried.
All right, make a quick charisma check.
A 17.
Hey.
Not many people say that. Thank
Wow. True lies.
you.
You're supposed to say you're
Will you
okay,
help
but
me
really you're
find
not.
who really killed me? I saw him here. Patty. They invited him.
Sure. What was he wearing?
It looked like green and blue outfit and a fish mask.
A fish mask.
Yes,
Fish mask.
Do you remember the night you died?
of course.
How did
Think
it?
about it every day.
What happened to your hand?
My hand? Well, I don't remember that. It wasn't stone when I died.
What?
All I know is
That's so
I was down here playing with my cockatrice,
That's so
Babel,
creepy, dude.
and
It means that dwarf
Someone-
addict, like, went down posthumously and like made her get
Yeah,
she's
she's
like,
wow.
creepy.
You know what this corpse needs?
I was down here playing with Babel, my cockatrice, when there was someone coming down the stairs. I didn't think anything of it because just thought it was Mother coming to tell me to come eat dinner. And the next thing I know, I was dead. Stabbed in the back.
Is Babel still alive?
I don't know.
Ew, oh, sorry.
Wow.
Oh no.
I don't know. I heard they executed him, but
Oh, that's sad.
who knows? We'll move on to Mary Jane.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Following the Phantom of the Opera.
You follow the devil person behind the staircase. It's kind of dark back there,
so sorry.
but you can still make out the form of a figure kind of crouched there. It
I'm
looks like
dark
he's.
vision.
I guess you see in perfect grayscale.
Wow.
This person in a mask, kind of. He's got something in his jacket, and he seems to be like cooing to it.
Babel.
And you hear a little bit of. He hasn't noticed you.
Oh man. It goes
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah, it's soft though. It's old.
Wow.
That's sussy, dude. But you know what? I'll keep following. Yeah.
You're just gonna stand. He's not doing anything.
Oh,
he's,
he's
just, he's just like
crouching.
cooing it, like crouching, because the staircase it just kind of ends in a corner against the wall. It's underneath the staircase.
Oh.
There's nowhere to go under there.
Man,
It's just a
this
shadowy
family
place
is
to like do
messy.
something.
Oh, okay. They're like,
So messy.
hey, dude, you What you doing out here?
He kind of quickly like stops what he's doing in his coat and turns around, adjusting his tie, and says, "Nothing."
Jacking off.
You just kind of like struggled. Do you want some snacks? You see what's on the food table, dude? It's so good.
I did. There's a.
Like the party's not down here, bro.
bro,
You should go.
I guess you're right. It isn't down here.
Hey,
I
what's
should-
moving in your shirt? I can see some.
Oh, it's a rare condition.
Oh, you got some indigestion, huh?
Yeah, yeah, I ate a
Oh,
little
dude,
bit
I
too
know
much.
what that is. I know what that is. Oh.
Thanks for understanding. I probably better
Dude,
go now.
No, just stay down here, man. I know how it is being an introvert. Like you just kind of want to step away from the party. You got so dude, like while we're down here, no one's looking. Want to hit? I pass him my quarters.
Make a persuasion check. His quarterstaff just has a bong at the end of it.
Okay, yeah.
It's his
I
casting
could assume.
implement.
6.
6? No, I've had too much to drink. I don't want to get super messed up
Okay,
tonight.
so like as he's on his way, I'll just pat him like right where he is, with that little
Right
animal
where
is.
that
Yeah, like
animal
oh, see you later, dude.
You'd be like patting him in the chest, you know.
First you
Yeah.
sneeze on me, then you hit me.
I'm just seeing like how much force I'm putting into it.
Okay. You kind of pat his chest, or here, wait. You go to pat his chest.
I'm like this around him. and I'm like-
Geez, you're
Yeah.
like actually just sidled up to him. Okay, well you go to pat his chest, and as you do, you feel something in there, and you hear like a,
Whoa! That's something living, dude. You're lying. Oh,
he
That
makes
was
a
the best
deception check.
investigation check I've ever seen, dude. Your deception
lying.
is false.
He makes a quick deception check as he says, "No, it's a rare form of indigestion." It's
that
a 10.
screams. Oh,
You don't believe
oh,
him.
fuck that shit. You're lying again, dude. Just tell me. Just be straight, bro. Be straight.
I'm all right. It's a friend of mine that I'd very much like to return to someone here.
Wow. It's almost as if it's Babel, the cockatrice.
It's like
He
some-
doesn't know that.
No, I know.
So that's so vague. What? What's your name, man?
Cecil.
I'm skeptical. You know how many lies you told me, dude? I'm gonna make an investigation check. Dude.
All right, you don't. He's lying. He
Okay,
says,
straight.
I'm Lucille. I shouldn't even be here.
Lucille.
He's lying about his
Lucius, sorry.
name. Lucius.
Thank you.
Lucielle is kind of a cool name, though.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so that's the stepdad.
Lucille.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's what I thought he
should
said.
never-
Like the baseball
the
bat.
original.
I was like,
Oh.
Oh, the.
Oh, I was thinking like
The first dad. The stepdad was
okay.
Biro, the
Oh,
racist
okay.
elf at the beginning.
Oh, he's the real dad. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
this is the tiefling.
Yeah.
dude.
He
Okay.
takes off his mask and you realize the horns are actually
Okay.
horns.
Wow.
He chose a really original mask to use.
it's the same one.
How can I communicate to you guys?
I mean, do you speak animal? You just scream something in an animal language, so I understand it, but no.
All right, maybe I could turn into a goat. Yes, all right. It's just like,
right there.
Good to meet you, bro. I'll catch you later in the party.
As you're walking away, you just polymorph into a goat, and Lucius is like, "Oh my god!"
And I'm gonna gallop in front of him.
Please
up
tell me you do the
stairs.
screaming goat noise.
What is the screaming goat noise?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
There's a lot of screaming.
As you scream the goat noise, you hear it, Veramir. You're like, it's Lucius.
It must be.
You pat the mayor on his back, and then you leave.
I'm gonna like sleep on the circuit, just make it as difficult as it can be for him to get back up.
Wait.
I'm like pretend.
Oh,
to
you knocked
sleep.
him to the ground?
No, I like went in front of him on the
Oh,
stairs
oh,
and
I
just
see.
kind of like being.
On the, no, he's underneath the stairs.
Oh, well, I'm gonna make sure he's.
Yeah, you just make sure he doesn't get out of there.
Yeah.
He's just a little
You're a
shocked still.
longhorn goat.
Yeah. All right,
Wait,
so
hot check.
on Lucius?
Yeah.
Give him advantage for that scar.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
19. There's another reason Prima married him.
Man, that's why he's the first love. All right.
All right. So since it is your turn, you reach the stairs. You go underneath the stairs where there's this now just longhorn goat kind of ramming this tiefling against the wall.
I say, greetings. I am Veramir. I've been meaning to find you.
I'm being attacked by a goat.
Oh my gosh. and I like telepathically say, dude, chill the fuck out.
Sorry, dude. I'm like mad crossed right now, and I dropped all my treats. I'm kind of pissed about that. I didn't think this through. I like transformed without putting them down. So
I take a ration in my backpack and just like chug it.
I run
towards it and start just eating it on the floor. All right. Lucius is like, thank you. Are you another tiefling?
I say, absolutely.
Make a quick deception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him guidance. Oh wait, no, I'm a goat. Shit.
Yeah, you can't cast spells.
This is deception?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I have 6 plus 6, so it's 12.
12? Mm-hmm. You say it. He has no reason to doubt you as it's dark, shadowy under there, and you do
Gotcha.
have a devil mask with horns.
Gotcha.
It's good to see another familiar face. Tieflings are so entrusted in the regular world, nothing changed in the dungeon.
Absolutely. And I can't stand some of these people here.
I fell in love with Prima, the elf you met.
Prima?
Yes, she was beautiful once, you know that?
Beautiful once, not anymore.
She's not the same person anymore.
Well, I'm not talking.
What
to
happened?
She used to be full of life, full of adventure, but being in this place for so long, you lose who you are.
So
You
what-
start to be someone else.
So why are you here?
Because can you keep a secret? Is it safe to tell you?
Strong connection between tieflings, of course.
Make a
I
quick
would-
persuasion check, just to double check.
The persuasion?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a 22.
that's a 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here to give back my daughter, back a childhood friend. I'm sure you've heard that she was murdered by her cockatrice. Well, I managed to save the cockatrice before they executed it, and I escaped with it. And I'm here to bring it back to her one last time. I hoped it might put her at rest, or at least ease.
I mean, didn't it murder her?
Of course not.
Who did it?
I don't know.
Who done it?
But I know it wasn't the cockatrice. Only her hand was petrified.
I mean, what do you think of Prima's new husband? Do you think he did it?
He might have. I don't know. I'm not an investigator, I'm an adventurer.
What if I told you we could get vengeance?
Vengeance? Well, you've piqued my interest for sure.
What do you think would be just?
Well, I would say exile would be a fair point.
Come on, you're part infernal.
Well, we wouldn't exile him anywhere normal, would we?
And then I put out like a cackle, like
He cackles a little bit too.
I cackle in abyssal.
He cackles in abyssal.
God, you shake my celestial silence.
Yeah, the goat looks up from its meal of a tin can and is like, whoa. All right, Cruz, back to the attic where you were just
You speak abyssal?
hooked this
Yeah?
dwarf
So I
in the
start.
back. You start reeling her in?
No, I start wrapping her up with like the rope
Oh, okay,
just
okay.
on the hook.
All right, she doesn't resist anymore. She's so old, she's near death at this point.
Yeah, I drag her out onto like the balcony, right?
Wait, you drag her down the stairs?
No, out onto like the upper level. I assume there's like a walkway, yeah.
The spiral staircase leads like
just goes
straight
straight
up into
into
the
the
attic.
attic?
Yeah.
Start dragging her down the staircase.
Jesus.
You don't even like cushion her at all?
I grab the box of hands too. So in one hand I have like the box of hands.
Okay, so you're not cushioning her at all. What's the chance that she
That's like
takes
Hellraiser
damage as
shit,
she
like
goes
hanging
down the
from a chain.
stairs?
I know.
God.
It's an 86% chance that she takes damage as she just
Oh.
bounces down the stairs.
I don't think it'll kill her. She's a dwarf.
It's a 60% chance. I'm just seeing, man. It's 8 damage. She's very
Jeez.
near death as you
8
reach
damage.
the bottom.
That's
She's
rough.
coughing
go-
up blood. Her back is like
That's a lot of
shredded.
damage.
That's a lot of
She's
damage.
already
Please,
old
Flex
and
fans.
probably about to die.
I say,
Everyone kind of takes notice though, as they like. Some people notice at first as you start walking down, then more and more as it's just like this bunk, bunk, bunk.
Is she screaming?
No, she's too strong for that.
Are people looking?
I say,
Strong.
look upon this enemy of the household, and I like dump this box of like stone hands out.
There's a gasp from the audience, and people say, "I knew it was the caretaker."
Oh my god.
I say, she claims she is not the
stars.
murderer, but these hands are evidence of other crimes.
I'm not the murderer. It was Biro. And Biro kind of steps up and says, "This is absurd. You would trust."
I fucking knew it, bitches. Fuck.
She said it was Patty a minute ago.
No, she said the ghost thought it was Patty.
Ah.
Biro steps up and is like, "This is absurd. You would trust this old dawdling gardener over a high-class member of society like
Someone
myself?"
just yells,
I'm
"She's
just
bleeding to
rich
death." Yeah, I would.
But it's all the animals in the choir, so no one understands.
What does frighten do?
Frightened?
I have abjure enemy.
Oh, you're just
If I
if they
can't,
fail a saving throw, then they're frightened of you, but they can't take any movements. If you're frightened, you are forced to run away from the target of your fear. But abjure enemy makes it so your speed is 0, so you're just stuck there paralyzed with fear.
would I be able to like still question him if I frightened him?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I say, be a coward no longer. I guess I just try and make a persuasion check. I say, be a coward no longer. Reveal yourself and hope for and hope for salvation.
Biro? Okay.
Jesus. It's a 7.
Why would I need to reveal myself? She's already done it. She's the murderer. I hope now that the ghost will be put to rest.
I hope that really pisses off the ghost.
I think it does. I think
Sounds
the
like
door
it's time
starts
for a dramatic
rattling,
entrance. Do
or
I-
the ground starts rattling, and the torches go low once again, and you as he kind of morphs into the blue mist and shoots up before doing her screeching thing again,
Do I
and then
follow
dives back. I mean, you'll have to go up the stairs. It's probably gonna be. It's pretty much done by the time you're halfway up the stairs to the main floor.
No, but the confrontation. I'm still following her. I was just talking to her.
Okay.
I go upstairs.
All right, you
Does
go
she-
upstairs.
does
By
she
the
run
time you
past
reach
us?
upstairs, the ghost's like circling around and screeching is done, and she dives back into the ground. Bruigan, you kind of come into this situation where Kruknuk is holding this bloody dwarf who's about to die, gasping for breath, like standing next to, or Biro standing in front of them with like the whole crowd of the Masquerade behind.
Also, these
Does she run past
stone
us?
hands.
And stone
jump-
hands spilled across the floor.
Did she run past us?
Bruigan?
Yeah. I don't even know
Technically,
where-
yeah, because
Yeah.
you guys
She'll
are.
run up
It's like
next
the
to me.
spiral staircase is here, and then to the left and the right are the stairs going up. So then the little like stair alcoves are right there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you
Well,
do
I'll
see
run up
Brew
with
again.
her.
Okay,
Yeah.
are you still goat?
Yes. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to stay a go.
All right, fair enough. Okay. Well, what do you do once you're up there?
Oh, I
Suppose
thought
we
you were gonna
convene a
continue with.
group huddle real quick. I assume.
All right, you're just like 1 moment.
Do you leave her
Translate
there?
for me.
No, I still have her in my hand. She's part of
So
the
you're
group
bringing.
huddle. No, I mean you guys are all at the staircase, so I'm like,
I'm
come here.
underneath the staircase.
I'm
In the
only one who
shadows.
follows you.
Yeah, because if Bruigan's at the staircase with me, she'd be like.
They're under the staircase. She just came out underneath the balcony.
But if I'm on top, then aren't they like right next to me? Because I'm just on the other
I
side.
thought
need,
you
like,
came
a
out onto
floor
the
plan
middle
of this
balcony.
shit.
Yeah, got you.
Because you came out like above everyone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So they're directly underneath you. They're close to you.
I have
But...
the Sherlock theme in my head. I want it to leave. Sorry.
I guess we don't convene.
All right.
No, I thought that the ghost was gonna like interrupt him and that you'd have more spiel.
I mean, it did kind of interrupt, but I guess yeah. The ghost interrupts, and Biro's like, "Well, the ghost is still angry because she's still alive, obviously."
You're trying to convince us to kill Helga, or I don't know her name.
Yeah,
To
Helga.
convince. No, Bruigan doesn't know.
Oh, that's right.
To kill this woman under the name of the ghost. Why don't you let the ghost speak for herself?
I use my lay on hands.
Her name is Ezzy.
On Heldra.
On Helja. She kind
cause
of
more
gasps
pain?
back to life,
Oh,
and she's
no.
like, oh, I'm grateful.
I just heal her for 5.
But also, why have you beat me up so much?
Because you are still a criminal.
I.
At this moment,
But you do not deserve death.
At this moment, I want to lean over to Lucius, and I want to say, I think now might be a good time. And I pull out my water skin, and I suggest extracting some basilisk or some of the cockatrice venom into it.
Whoa.
All right. I mean, he's down for it. He gives
Okay.
you a little bit of. He has already got some vials on hand
Okay.
of cockatrice juice, and he's like, should I go up and try to make a stand?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go get a glass of wine for the host, and you bring it to him, and I will settle the rest.
All right.
Fuck, dude.
All right. So while some conversations are going on, that happens.
Yeah, so I'm
He
gonna go
gives you
up
the-
to the goat boy and
Okay.
like kind of pour it into some wine or whatever drink I can.
All right. So you've got the glass of wine. So this has pretty much happened, and you've got the glass of wine. You're ready to give it to him by the time he says like
I'm gonna get two. I'm gonna get
2
two
glasses
two
of wine.
glasses.
By the time he says the ghost wants us to kill Helja. All right. So what do you say then?
So I'm gonna hand both glasses of wine to to Lucius, and I'm gonna say, go up, make a speech, and then hand one of the glasses to the host. And I'm basically going to
Wait,
kind
to
of
the host.
to the host.
To be the stepdad.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh. Okay. I see. I
The
see.
the poisoned one.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to stand up and then walk around the corner, kind of like slinking in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucius says I should reveal myself, right?
Of course.
All right. So Lucius steps out from underneath the shadow of the balcony, taking off his mask to the gasp of everyone at the party as he's like, "It is
So
I,
handsome.
Lucius." a few women swoon, along with some guys too. Let's be honest here.
Damn, dude.
Biro, as the host of this party, I offer you a drink.
Wow.
Biro's like, "Aight."
I.
He kind of takes the drink and eyes Lucius suspiciously as Lucius launches into a speech about how Ezzy loved her cockatrice and how he specifically raised that cockatrice from an egg to never hurt anybody. And more than that, how when a cockatrice does bite someone and their venom works, they would turn fully to stone, not just their hand.
I wave the boxer hands.
I come up from around the corner, and while I was in the back, I want to use my mask of many faces to become Lucius, to disguise myself and come out and say, "No, I am the real Lucius."
Lucius kind of looks super surprised, and the rest of the audience, and more people in the audience are like, "What do you say after that?" Lucius is like, "But I am Lucius. I have the scar."
And I point to my scar. And then I just wait until somebody breaks silence, like one of my party members.
Not the goat.
Cracknock starts to talk
Esmeralda,
to.
what are you thinking?
I guess the ghost does kind of like flip down probably after this and is like looking around and it's like, but where's Patty? I guess Patty kind of steps out of the audience. He's
Fish.
he's a gangly half elf.
I use vicious mockery on the host.
On Primo?
Just to hurt him?
Yeah,
So you just insult. What's his insult?
I'm insulting him.
What?
I'm gonna say, you know, you could never treat your wife the same way I treated her.
It's a spell attack, right?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So it's +6, right?
Yeah.
That's a
22.
22.
He reels back from the shock, and as he gets back up, a little like thin line of blood drips from under his masquerade mask.
And then I say, what are you gonna do about it?
Do you cast it again?
I do.
Another spell attack.
I say, you know you did it. Oh, that's a 20.
Is that a nat 20 or
No, that's a 15 + 6.
15 + 6? He reels back again. his mask is kind of shattered by now as he like whacks his face hard from the attack. He looks back at the audience, a thin line of blood down one side, a crack through the mask. The Lucius next to him is telling the truth. He just kind of rushes out of the building.
He rushes out of the building.
Yeah, he starts like
In
clawing
fear?
his way through the audience in fear.
Wait, the host?
Yeah.
Bureau?
Bureau. You gonna thunderous smite him?
No, I don't have any spells left.
Oh, that's right.
Grappling hook him, Frogman!
Wait, Jedediah! I go, Jedediah, stop him!
Jedediah looks up from the entrance and starts galloping as fast as he can.
Make a hoof attack.
All right, roll for Jedediah.
I'm gonna flank him as a fellow
It's plus 6,
four-legged
it's a
animal.
15.
A 15, Jedediah knocks his leg straight
Damn.
out from under him. He falls to the ground as the audience kind of parts around him, and he's left like on this circle in the floor, slowly backing up as Mary Jane approaches him since he was flanking.
I slowly walk up to the wine that I imagine he spilt. I go up, I touch it with 2 fingers and smell it, and I say, it's poison with cockatrice venom, which means he was trying to kill somebody at this party with the same thing he killed his daughter with.
Everyone's in an outrage at this point.
You are so chaotic.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? So while this is happening, you said that Patty revealed himself, right?
Yeah.
I want to like make sure that Patty doesn't bolt because I want to get some answers out of him too.
All right, Patty's just staying there.
Okay.
As he's kind of like, my God, it was him all along. I knew he didn't want me in this house.
Esmeralda thinks it's you.
Oh no, sorry, I meant Ezzy the ghost says that.
Oh.
Ezzy
thinks
says
it was Bureau.
that it was Bureau.
Okay. Well, yeah.
For all that, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think the grand conclusion to this episode will have to be revealed next time on Roll Out. Thanks for listening to this episode, everyone. If you liked it, make sure to tune in next week for the next one. Also, if you want to see some fun behind-the-scenes pictures of us playing, character fan art, and even some sneak peeks at next week's session, follow us on Instagram at DND_rolled_out. Additionally, if any of you have suggestions for the campaign or even questions about running your own, feel free to email us at dndrolledout@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback. Once again, thank you, and be sure to come back next week for more exciting action. This episode is made possible with the help of Woodbury University, Kevin McLeod, our friend Rocky, and Daily Dungeoneer, without all of whom we wouldn't have had the equipment, music, or expertise to produce this. So thank you.